A personal apartment and a rental apartment, which one should come first? That is what I will be answering in this episode. And if you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Kristas. This is the Ask a Realtor show where we answer questions that have to do with real estate. Please do well to subscribe to our channel, click on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we post new videos, and also do well to give this video a thumbs up. Now back to our question: a personal property or a rental apartment, which one should come first if you are just starting out in real estate? Which one should come first? Should you first of all build your personal apartment, or are you going to focus on building a rental apartment? Which one should come first? Now, I'll begin by answering this question by saying that there is no universal law as to which one you are going to do first. There is no law whether you are to build your personal property, your personal house, or you have to build a rental apartment. There is no law with regards to that. But in Africa, where I came from, if you are a man, you have not built your personal house, it is regarded that you are poor. The society will look at you that you are broke. You don't have money if you have not built your personal apartment. Every big man, every rich man in Africa should be living in his or her own apartment. So if you're in Africa and you have not built your own apartment, the society look at you as a broke man. But is that the case? Is that always the case? Of course, we know that is not always the case. That, of course, is a fallacy. It is not true. So it is right time Africans will start to challenge some of this narrative that we don't know where it came from. Now, it is important we know that people build properties for two major reasons. They build property for one, emotional reason, and also they build for economical reason. If you are building for emotional reason, your approach to this will not be the same with somebody who is building for economical reason. Because if you are building for emotional reason, you want to live in a house that you own. You want to lay your head, you want to sleep in a house that you know you own. You want to own the ground upon which you match your feet. Then that is emotional. You want to raise your kids, you want to raise your family in a house that is owned by you. Then your reason is emotional. And if your reason is emotional, it is understandable if you decide to build your personal house first. It is understandable if you decide to build your personal house because your reason is emotional. But if your reason of building a property is economical, which is the major reasons why many Africans are building their houses, if it is economical, then you should build a rental apartment first before building a personal apartment. Now, because of the economical instability that is witnessed in Nigeria, most Nigerians that want to build a house, they build for economical reasons, not necessarily emotional reasons. Most Nigerians, they build houses for economical reasons, not necessarily emotional reasons. But surprisingly, most of these people who build for economical reasons, they build their personal property first before building a rental property. But before you go about building a personal property or a rental property, it is important you ask yourself this question: are you a landlord or you are a real estate investor? Are you a landlord or you are a real estate investor? The two may look the same, but they are not the same, because every real estate investor is a landlord, but not every landlord is a real estate investor. You can be a landlord and you're not a real estate investor, but you cannot be a real estate investor and you are not a landlord. So it is important you ask yourself, are you a landlord or you are a real estate investor? Now, if you are a landlord, it is very okay if you decide to build your personal apartment first. But if you call yourself a real estate investor, then you should think of building assets that will generate money for you, assets that will generate rental income for you, because you can own a house and that house can be a liability to you. Because if you own a house and when you want to renovate your house, you have to dip your hand into your purse and bring out money to renovate your house. When you want to paint your house, you have to dip your hand into your pocket and bring that money to paint your house. Then that house is now becoming a liability and it is no longer an asset. So if your goal is investment, if you are investing in real estate, the best thing is to build a rental property first, then you can think of building a personal property. Now let me differentiate a landlord from a real estate investor. A landlord is that man who is living in his house, then even at 60, 70, he is afraid of retirement because he knows that if he retires, he doesn't have any means of livelihood. But a real estate investor is that man who is not afraid of retirement because he knows that he has assets that can produce money for him on a regular basis. He knows that even if he go to sleep, his rental property will be generating money for him passively without having to do anything. There's a popular quote that says that until you discover how to make money even while you are asleep, you are going to work till you die, which is just the facts. A landlord is afraid of retirement because if he retires, he knows that he doesn't have the house which he is living cannot generate money for him. But a real estate investor who have invested in rental property is not afraid of retirement because he knows that when he retires, his property will be generating money for him. His property will be generating passive income for him even while he is not working. According to King Solomon, he says that a wise man should build his field before he build a house. A field in this concept is an asset that generates income, that brings money for you. Why a house can also be an asset, but it takes money from you. Now I ask, if you build your house before you build your field, and it is an established fact that the house that you are living is not generating any money from you, rather it is taking money from you. If there's need for renovation or you need to do any work on your house and you do not have a field, how are you going to renovate your house? How are you going to put your house in order if you do not have a field? Take for instance, you are a civil servant and you have retired and you have a house and you do not have a field and you want to renovate your house. How are you going to renovate your house if you do not have a field, which in this context is a rental apartment? Remember, when you build a house, your expenses goes up, but when you build a rental property, your income goes up. So it is left for you to choose if you want your expenses to go up or to choose if you want your income to go up. So in conclusion, I would like to say that I understand very well that a lot of people may not agree to my school of thought. If you have anything contrary to what I have just said in this video, you can do well to drop it in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear your own view. Of course, nobody is an island of knowledge. So if you have any contrary opinion, you can please drop it in the comment section. And please, before you go, please try and subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we post new videos, and also do well to give this video a thumbs up and expect loads of value loaded content from this channel. Till I come your way next time, my name is Kristas Properties. Bye bye.